and Sharron, I was wondering, coming from the feminine point of view in this, patriarchal society right now, I feel like we really have our jobs cut out for us.
Definitely.
As women, really in this community, like-minded people bringing this forward. I'm wondering how you see that happening from our point of view, like how we can, open up this energy and share it with, the masculine side and with other people as well who are not really aware of it yet.
So I believe we have to begin, of course, by going into the heart and to understand the true essential nature of love. Because in our society, we have been taught, love, like many things, is more of a greedy, kind of selfish and manipulative. Love and sexuality, it's come that way. And we're caught in these kind of infantile cravings of our egos, caught in those. We kind of fall into what we have been programmed or imagined that love is supposed to be. We fall in love with not a person, but what we think the person can give to us or what they can do to advance our position in the world. And then, of course, as soon as the person is unable to live up to those expectations, then we want to get rid of them, get divorced or break up the relationship, the love dissolves. And then we have this desire again to meet someone else who maybe this time will assist us in accomplishing these egoistic goals. Love also in our society seems to stem from the need to fill one's sexual cravings. Of course, in this scenario, one can imagine that a woman will fall in love with someone who can satiate her lust or for a few moments offer some strong sense of sensation, this temporary feeling of security, or fill some kind of secret desire for dark pleasures. There's a lot of that these days. Way too much. It's really creepy. Since this, again, is based upon possession and the ego fulfillment, as soon as it becomes easy to have the desires quenched, then the person will go on and on to make conquest after conquest after conquest. Another type of love is, of course, based on the outer qualities or superficial appearance of someone else. One can imagine that she's in love with someone or he's in love for their body type or their beautiful eyes or whatever, or maybe that person has a lot of money. They fall in love. But soon we all grow, we all age, and we all get ill. And as soon as some of these things happen, this person, all of a sudden the love vanishes and they're off trying to find another one. This is one of the things that we really need to look at in ourselves. We are really in a time of cleansing, and we really, really need to look at our shadow selves and go deep, deep into our hearts. Cut off the media. Well, not cut off us, we're talking about, just turn off the television for a while. Go in nature. Sit there if you can. Most people can't even sit still. I remember in India, people were able to sit for hours and hours in these exquisite concerts and performances. Here you need, and it's partially the mechanism of the way editing, since I do editing, editing is often cut. It's to make your mind so it can't even focus. And I also think that a lot of the new technology, although it has some benefits, is like texting, is causing that kind of problem in really sitting and listening. All of the great traditions will tell you the first step is to be quiet, go into silence, and then also to listen. Not be so eager every second to be telling, talking about, I did this, I did that, but actually to really listen to other people.
Well, it seems like, TV has really become kind of a background noise. People come in and turn it on and don't even watch it, I've noticed. And
Oh,
that
well, it's a
takes away.
babysitter.
Yeah,
And not only
totally.
that, but there are many women of my age, I'm 61, my age who are not married, divorced, or their husbands have passed away, and the TV is kind of their substitute for another person.
Yeah, exactly. And unfortunately, it's like, you can have these relationships that start out, really great in a loving manner, and I've experienced this myself. You just end up like your whole life becomes situated around that television and your eating, because that's associated with it as well, and then you never end up talking about anything, because you're just your mind is occupied all the time, and so your heart closes down, and
Exactly.
just shuts everything down.
Exactly.
And
Well,
I don't watch TV anymore. Thank you.
well, I actually came away from that when we started, right before, actually, we started the 2012 film, so that was about 2005. I turned it off. I have enough. We're making our own films. And we do watch films because we need to see what's going on. But I turned off the TV. The news is, I can't even listen these days. It's gotten really disturbing. One thing I should say, years ago, let's see, it was about, when did I go? About 85. I went, I was invited to South Africa to perform. At that point, they still had apartheid, and India would not send any artists there, even though there were 1 million Indians in South Africa. So they invited myself and another woman from America who were performers of Indian classical dance to come and tour. And so it was when there was a tremendous amount of chaos. And I noticed that the newspapers were full of sensationalism. That's all it was. There was no real news. It was just the most sensational, scary, like appealing, all the papers, appealing to the worst aspects of who we were. And I thought, this is awful. This isn't happening in America. Well, guess what? It is now. And I feel that the mainstream media is just, they are doing everything they can to divide us no matter what side they're on, whether right or left. I don't think there are very, very many in the middle. They just want to provoke us to anger and fear and hatred, and sometimes I think that they're trying to create a civil war.
Sure.